Hey everybody! Alright, so I'm going to be doing the video that I promised to do a little while back. It's probably been like a month ago. All about my tattoo! Yay! So I am very happy with it. It's been a little over, so it's been 5 or 6 weeks now, I think. I got it done at the beginning of March, and it is April something. So something like that. Around that time. I suck at knowing. But it's supposed to be, fully healed now, so that's exciting. Yeah, I absolutely love it. So yeah, I thought I would do a video telling you guys all about it, why I got it, how I got it, how I got it. Well, I got it with a needle, a vibrating needle. No. Alright. Alright guys, so that was awkward. So why I got it, how much it was, the meaning, all of that stuff, we will cover in this video. So, let's get into the video. Number 1. Why did you get a tattoo? That is everyone's biggest question because nobody expected little old Melanie to get a tattoo because if y'all have been watching me from the beginning, you guys know I have a huge fear of needles. I hate pain. I hate anything to deal with needles and pain and blood and all that stuff. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. I freaked out when I got just the second lobes done, which was only a few months prior to me getting the tattoo, so people were like, yeah, okay, you're not actually gonna get it, but why I got it is obviously because I wanted it. I thought it through. I've been wanting this kind of like symbol for a long time. Not maybe exactly the same thing in the same location, which is why I never got it before, because I couldn't decide. I'm a very indecisive person, and I wanted to make sure, because it's on my body for the rest of my life, I wanted to make sure it was perfect and what I wanted. So that was huge for me. So why I ended up getting it was because, one, the timing felt right. I found the right person. I found the right place. I was at peace with where I wanted it and the design, and it just kind of all fell into place. And yeah, and I did a lot of discernment, because at first I was afraid that, like, by getting a tattoo that it would be like going against my religion or my beliefs and stuff like that. Like, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing something that was bad or wrong, because that in my head that was something that, like, I was really terrified of. But I did a lot of discernment and tons of research and all of that stuff. So this is not something I just jumped. I'm not one of those people that just jumps into doing anything. Like, I'm a very, I think through every possible situation, scenario, everything. Like, I think about everything before doing something. So I'm definitely not a spontaneous person whatsoever, especially with something permanent. So I wanted to make sure that this was a good decision for me, and wanted to make sure that I could easily hide it for work if I needed to. I know a lot of places are getting a lot more liberal with their tattoo policies, because it is, our generation's changing, times are changing, things are changing, so I mean, they're getting a lot more lenient with their tattoo policies. But I still wanted personally to be able to hide it, and I didn't want it to be too, like, big and in your face. I wanted it to be something subtle, and that's why I didn't want any shading or color or anything. I wanted it to be very minimalistic and simple and delicate and dainty, and that's kind of the look I was going for. And that's what I think she did a really great job with achieving and designing this tattoo with the ideas I gave her. I wanted it to be an original. I didn't want something that was off the internet. I took pieces from different things that I liked and had her create this, and she did a great job. So getting back on topic, because I tend to ramble quite a bit, I did a lot of discernment about the tattoo, and I came to this, you know, realization that it's okay to get a tattoo. It's not about being bad or whatever. It's all about your intentions and why you're getting it. Like, I didn't get like something bad, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't get something really bad. I got something for God and for my faith, and it's a great reminder, and it's something that I felt like I really wanted. No, I did not need it, but I really wanted it. And it's something that I'll get into a little bit later on why I really, really wanted it. So yeah, that's kind of like the process of what was going through my mind. Lots of research. You know, I wanted to make sure it was healthy as well. Like, I made sure it was vegan ink, because obviously if I eat a vegan diet, I don't want to put non-vegan ink in my body. So that was important to me too, making sure it was non-toxic. And I did a lot of research, guys. A lot of research. And I highly recommend, if you are ever getting like a tattoo or piercing, do a lot of research and feel confident in your artist, the facility, everything. Feel confident. Confident. So that is so important. How much money did it cost? It was $50. Plus I gave her a $15 tip, I think, which was over the 20%. I know I gave her over 20% because she was so great and did a great job, and just was an overall wonderful first experience. So that's why I tipped her very, very well. Also, I'm not the easiest person to do a tattoo on, because I am terrified of needles, and I am a perfectionist, and I wanted it to be a certain way, and obviously that can come across as rude to some people, but she was so great with me, which is why I'm like, dude, you're getting a good tip. I mean, it is on my body for the rest of my life. So don't be afraid to talk to your artist and tell them, okay, no, I don't like that, or yes, I want that. No, I don't like that spot. No, I want it smaller. No, I want it bigger. Like, don't be afraid. That was something that, like, I didn't want to ever, like, upset her, so I was like, oh, I don't know, and then she worked with me, and we changed it around, and it ended up being great. But you have to communicate with them, and if you can't communicate with them, get out. There are so many artists out there and so many tattoo shops out there. Do not settle. You want a good experience. I mean, your tattoo, every time you look at it, you're going to be reminded of that experience that you had too. And that's important, to make sure you have the right people with you. Make sure that you have the right artist. Everything. I totally missed my hand. That's funny. But yeah, that's so important, guys. So, yeah, that's $50. Was not that bad. That was the shop minimum, because it's not too big, it's not too intricate. It took about 20 minutes to do the whole thing, like with the little touch-ups. She finished it in like 8 minutes at first, but then had to go in and fill it all like in and touch it up, the spots and stuff. The pain, people always want to know about the pain. I would honestly rate it about a 4 out of 10 for like the whole thing. It obviously hurt more when she got over here near my armpit because of all my nerve endings there, and I do have some nerve damage on that side from my spinal fusion, so that part hurt a little more. As you can, if you guys watch the video, you'll see my face like I go cross-eyed at that point. And then up here hurt near my bone, because it's, I mean, you get that referred pain where it feels like she's legit like on your collarbone when she's not. So it's really weird. It's definitely a manageable pain, and that means a lot coming from me, because I literally hate pain. I mean, I am a redhead. I hate pain. I hate needles too, but for some reason it didn't bother me. I did not pass out. I didn't puke, so yay. It was a very manageable pain, so don't be too afraid about the pain, but everybody's pain tolerance is different. Everybody handles pain differently. So obviously, and everybody's tattoo artist is different. They use like a different machine. Some have a heavy hand, some have like a lighter hand, so it really just depends. So yeah, but it was manageable. And I actually, to put it in perspective, this, oh, I almost fell. This cartilage piercing right here, I would say was like a 6 or 7 out of 10. And so that hurt way more than my tattoo. And obviously it's all about your mindset going into it too. I think if you go in thinking it's going to be like the worst pain ever, that's actually a good thing, because then like you'll be pleasantly surprised, if that makes sense. Like when I went in for this, I thought it wasn't going to hurt because I had a tattoo, and I'm like, oh, well, that has to be worse than this. And no, bad idea. It was not. So kind of putting that into perspective for you guys. Aftercare for me was really simple. For the first 4 days, I had on a second skin bandage. It was for like to speed up recovery. It's what they use on like burn victims in the hospital. So it's something that is medical grade and breathable, so that it's not like plastic wrap on it. So it's supposed to speed up the recovery time and healing time. So that, and then I took it off, and then I washed it all away. I had blood and plasma and ink mixed all over that, so that was gross. And then I washed it off with some antibacterial unscented soap, used unscented lotion, no ointment, because ointment's too thick and it can clog your pores. And then, ow, I smacked myself. But yeah, so that's kind of what I did for that. I did it twice a day, cleaning and applying lotion, and I still apply lotion and I still clean it too, even though it's healed. I just like I want to take care of it. It's my skin, it's going to be on me forever. I just want to make sure that it's hydrated and nice. So yeah, so that's kind of the process for that. And now the main question is my meaning behind the tattoo, which everybody wants to always know. For me, it goes even beyond the actual tattoo design itself. For me, though, the actual design itself means my love for Jesus, my faith, my how God has brought me through everything. It's just that constant reminder, you know, that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And it's more of a symbol of my favorite Bible verse, because I didn't want to put just words there saying I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I wanted more of a symbol, so people can interpret it in very different ways. You know, just that constant having faith and knowing that God will help you through. And for me, that means literally everything to me, because with some of the things that I've gone through in my life, you guys know that I've gone through, you know, that surgery, that major surgery, being a dancer, just different obstacles along the way. And my faith has always brought me through. And I honestly believe that I would not be here today or who I am today without having my faith and knowing that things, you know, will get better, and that this too shall pass, and knowing that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So for me, that is my life. Like, having that faith and knowing that. And sometimes you feel lost. Sometimes you forget, or even how you're acting. Sometimes you're like, oh wait, you know, and it's that constant reminder there. And it also tells other people, like, hey, you know, God is good. You know, it's just, for me, it means a lot to me. And I wanted that on my body for the rest of my life. So to me, I have no regrets about it at all, because it's everything to me. And that's definitely something you want to have meaning behind what you're getting on your body for the rest of your life, so that you don't have those regrets. So also, not even just like that design, how important it is, the fact that I got a tattoo was huge, because of my personality. For one, I am not somebody to ever get a tattoo. Like, I was the least likely person to ever get a tattoo, because of, you know, my phobia of needles and pain, and just my anxiety too. Like, an OCD, like, oh my gosh, what if this happens? What if this happens? And my perfectionism and like giving up that control, because I can't do it on myself, you know. Just giving up that control and letting somebody else kind of take the wheel and do it, you know. That was huge for me. And that was a huge overcoming point as well. And also, it showed not only to me, but to other people that you don't have to have a certain personality or be a certain person to do something. You can do it regardless of what other people think. For me, I depend on other people's approval for certain things, such as, you know, something big like that. Not little things in life like, oh, you don't like me, I don't care. But when it comes to like something like this, and in my family, not many people have tattoos, and I have a huge family, and not many of them have tattoos or piercings or anything. So this was big. Like, it was me being an individual, not letting other people persuade my decision. A lot of my family members, you know, aren't for tattoos. They're not like, oh yeah, tattoos, you know? They're more reserved, and everybody has an opinion, and I got a lot of opinions when I was talking about getting this tattoo. And for me, it was standing up and doing something that I wanted to do because I felt like it was important to me, and I was very adult about my decision, did a lot of research, and kind of just said, okay, you don't have to approve, but I want this. It's meaningful to me, and it's something that I feel passionate about and want on me for the rest of my life. And with that, I went and I did it. So I got over that whole like, oh, people are going to be mad at me, or oh, people are going to judge me. They're going to think that I'm less of a person, or that I'm not as good as they thought, because I have always been that good girl, you know, that has never done anything, absolutely nothing. And people have this assumption and this stereotype about people with tattoos and piercings and stuff like that. They automatically think that they're more of a rebel, or they're just less of a good person, which is so wrong. So for me, getting this tattoo also was me saying, hey, no, this, what's on my skin, who I am, does not, oh my gosh, this does not define me. Me having a tattoo, or a earring in my ear, or if I had a nose ring or whatever, that does not define who I am as a person. And God does not want you to judge a person by their outside. God wants you to see that person, the inside, what matters, how I act, how I portray, how I carry myself, how I talk. That is what matters. Who the person I am on the inside, and what I let others see, and how I carry myself is way more important than having a tattoo on my body or having a piercing in my ear. That should not define a person. You should not solely judge a person off of that. Or you see people that are wearing a certain thing, you think, oh, that person's really confident, or oh, no. Why? Why does a tattoo or a piercing or what you wear have to define who you are as a person? And it shouldn't. And I know our world is all about that. I get that. But at the same time, I get it. But I don't choose to believe that a person is a certain way because of how they look or what they choose to put on their body. I'm not one. What am I to know? How am I there to judge who they are or what they are just by looking at them without even talking to them? Why make a judgment of them? I think that we should be more open-minded and really think about, okay, that person has whatever on their body. But why? We don't know why. Let's say a person has a skull on their body. Of course, my initial thing would be like, oh, they're all about death. Ooh, they're bad. Bad. Good. Bad. No. I don't know who that person is. Hey, that skull could be a reminder of their dead father or their dead mother, or I don't know what that means to them. And I know that people don't care to always get to know people, but we should. We should. We should never judge. We don't know their story. We don't know why that is on them. And maybe it was a mistake. Maybe they got that when they were a kid or going through a bad phase. Why should you judge them off of that? It's wrong, and it shouldn't deem you as bad or good. It's wrong. I am, a Christian, and I don't see myself as a bad person because I got a tattoo. But I also don't see myself as a good person. I am me. I try to be the best person that I can be every day. I try to help others. I try to be more Christ-like every day and carry myself in a very, professional and kind manner. I try, but I'm not perfect. I do things that I probably shouldn't, and I am working on that. I'm working on it myself, not judging a book by its cover. Because as humans, we naturally, you can't say that you don't, but it's how you react to what you're thinking that matters. If you have a bad thought about somebody just off of whatever it might be, think before doing. Think before talking. Just think. Go, oh, okay. Well, maybe, okay, what I'm thinking, wait, let me take a step back. That's wrong. Why am I thinking that about that person? Okay, that's why, but wait, why am I doing that? Stop. Okay, they could be having a bad day. They could be having whatever happened in their life. I don't know. Who am I to judge? Let's be kind. And then put out kind energy. Put out positive energy. So, seriously, guys, this tattoo means so much to me because it's breaking out of that mold. Like, you have to be this certain person to be good, or do this to be good or bad, or whatever. It's insane that in our world we have to do that. We have to really be more just kind and open-minded and less judgmental. And I know it's human nature to be judgmental. Like, even me, like, I'm not gonna lie, I accidentally judge people, and I'm like, wait, why am I doing that? That's wrong. Don't do that. Like, I have to literally talk myself out of thinking whatever it is, and we have to take the energy to do that so that we don't, like I said, it's not what we think, it's how we react and what we do in that situation, how we handle it. So, guys, that's why this is it, I don't know how to end this video now because I just threw my heart out there. But yeah, guys, just love one another. Just be less judgmental. Try to be more open-minded. It doesn't mean you have to agree with the person or the things they do, for sure. Like, there's tons of things that people do that I do not agree with, but like I said, it's how you react in that situation. Don't condone them and be like, oh, you're bad, or talk bad about them behind their back or to their face even. Just, okay, that's them. You do you. Alright, I'll continue to radiate, the positive energy and be kind and stuff, but that's your choice. Okay. Like, why should I go up to you and tell you you're wrong, you're doing bad stuff, you are less of a person? That's not my job. My job is to be kind, to be open-minded, and to show, ooh, I think my cat's out there, to show God through my actions and my words. That's important. And the message you're giving out there is important. So, yeah,